Hello everyone, so today is part 2 of my fursuit tails that I've been 3D printing. Let's get into it. So first up, we started with the smaller 2 tails that we made that required less complicated parts and were, I'm going to say simple. But this one that I have made, it's a lot more complicated. So first up, I wanted to print a large skunk tail, but my printer isn't exactly the most biggest one. You can see it over my shoulder there, just under the LED sign. It's an Ender 3v2, and I wanted to print big things, but that's not exactly a really big skunk tail now, is it? It's kind of on the small side. Still looks cool. So let's print so I obviously printed something much bigger. And how I accomplished it was actually something rather quite small. And that small object is called a dowel or a peg. This tiny little blue plastic thing I'm holding between my 2 paw beans, yeah, that little thing, allows me to be able to stick larger prints together strongly. Because in order for something to hold together well, it needs a lot of surface area. And mechanical advantage is that having pegs that hold the parts together holds them together. This has been done for thousands of years, so it's nothing new. So let's take a look at the bigger tail I made. This is the big one I made. It is heavy. Now, I am going to make a version 2 of this before I start making these for selling at a fur con. And I'm going to do a few improvements. So, let me show you. It looks pretty good when it's on my belt here. It kind of bobs around and it has that kind of nice feel to it and looks nice. My opinion is, it looks great from a distance. The problem is when you look up close. Let me show you up close. Make sure I don't drop it. Here we go. There is a layer height problem. And that layer height causes an adhesion issue. And that, of course, means that it won't print properly. Now, I was using a 1mm nozzle, so this might not happen with like a 0.4, so I might do a 0.4 for these particular parts. It will take longer to print, but those parts will look better, so it will be better. Second things I'm going to change is the center part I'm going to make out of PLA and skeletonize it a bit so that there's not as much material on the inside layers. This won't take too much effort, I don't think, and will still result in a fairly sturdy tail. It'll be a lot more lighter weight, and it'll still be like this one. And yeah, so I'm probably going to make a black and white one sometime down the line. That'll be a bit better than this, but it'll still be cool, and I might sell that one off for a few bucks at the convention. So what else am I going to make? Well, I'm actually going to be making a bunch of nice big hand paws for the convention. So nice big plush ones. I've got an idea in my head. I've already started kind of tinkering around with it by using 3D modeling software to kind of figure out how much material is needed and how much stuff I'm going to have to use. It works. It's just going to take a bit. Yeah, I've already ordered some of the material. They'll take a while to arrive, but I will be 3D printing other things, like of course a jack-o'-lantern. I'm going to be trying to make one that's a furry themed one. I've tried before with making it so that the pieces were hollow, but it didn't work, it fell apart. So I might try with TPU and see if that's any better. It's flexible, it can handle a bit of strain. We'll see how that goes. And I'll definitely let you know. I definitely will also upload the file once I've got it in a condition where I can print it. I try to only upload stuff that I know that works. I'll make sure I'll ask before I upload this file. It's in a printable state, it does require a bit of glue. Like, I had to use a lot to hold this together. But it is pretty simple and self-explanatory. Once I make the skeletonized version, I think that'll be a perfect step for that. But that'll be depending on the individual who made the file originally for this. I do think they did a great job on it, and I really do owe them a lot of credit. Big thank you to them. Yeah, they're an adorable thing. Other than that, I'm going to be working more on this, and yeah. Also, little side note, I got our internet working properly for a little bit now. I can now play VR chat, and I'll probably try and do live streams soon. Yeah. I hope that you've all been doing well, and yeah, my DIY content, I'm going to be continuing with this. I've been enjoying making these tales and stuff, and I'm going to get back into more of that as soon as I have more stuff to craft with, because I used a lot of filament to make this, and I think I can be able to obviously do a bit more efficiently next time. It'll be amazing, and I'll hopefully have a really cool looking product when I'm done. Yeah. Hope you've had a great time watching this video. See you around. Bye! Wah! Wah!